Vince says the last two home games for Argyle have been terrible. Against Wigan, we were flat, boring and predictable. Wigan came for a point and it made it very easy for them. We've been full of passion and creativity in the away games. What is going on at home? Welcome back to Where Pilgrims Walk. It's 20 minutes of Argyle chat with Reece and Chris. Why are we feeling a little bit flat at home recently? We're also asking them to award a September Player of the Month. We're talking about refereeing standards. We didn't get a good one against Wigan, did we? And also this week, we're starting a brand new feature, which is looking at the A to Z of Plymouth Argyle. If we were to ask you who would get into the position A in that dictionary, who would you say it would be? At the end of the video, we're going to be asking these guys to give their opinion on it. Hasni Al-Jafri was the one that AI came up with. Can you do better than that? Hopefully you can. Welcome back, Reece. Welcome back, Chris. Sorry we missed you last week through my illness. Hope you're doing well. Lots to chew over then. Chris, what's happening at home?
It's role reversal, Mark, isn't it? You know, we're doing quite well away. I went to Burton, absolutely lovely, 4-0, and we played them off the park. Admittedly, it was, not knocking Burton too much, but they weren't that great. But we were superb, and then we expected a 3-point on Saturday against Wigan, and we're back struggling the game where we just haven't got anyone creating anything. We had 60% of the possession and one shot, and that one shot hit the crossbar. Obviously, if that had gone in, it might have been a different story, and probably would have been, but it didn't, and we got our goal by a penalty. Great penalty, which was absolutely taken superb by Toolite, but they were battling away, and they got arguably a deserved equaliser. Unfortunately for us, it was 2 points dropped, most definitely.
Yeah, when was the last time you saw a penalty, Reece, at Argyle?
I can't say I've ever seen one. It was absolutely. So from where I was sat, couldn't understand why it takes so long to go in. It just hung in the air for so long, and it was bizarre. It was he's just such a cool player. I think how it took us so long in the summer to go and get him. Blackpool fans aren't particularly impressed with what's his name that went there instead of us. So I think we've definitely done well with the patience paid off. Is Dale? Was it?
Yeah.
So I think we've definitely done well with him. I think Tulai is it's a beautiful finish. There's no better when the keeper's on the floor. It's just drifted over top of him.
Yeah, when it pays off, it looks good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It looks awful.
If the keeper stood there and just caught it, that would be a bit different. But
could have a bit.
Right then. Joe Rendell says, small squad and a lack of experience is limiting us now to mid-table at best. I feel sorry for Tulaj. The bloke's back must be hurting from carrying the rest of this team. Reece, have you settled for mid-table now?
Yeah, I think so. Well, it depends on January. If we can hold ourselves on and then go and fill the gaps that we need to in January, if we can just stay in touch, then you never know what happens. It's a long old season, isn't it? But with the injuries we've got, we're still picking up injuries left, right and centre. They keep saying there's an investigation going on, but nothing's changing. I think Alex Mitchell was missing because of family issues this weekend, which can't be helped. That's one of those things. But the fact that we didn't even our 17-year-old defender who's currently on loan at Bath City, and we could have recalled him. No, he's injured as well. So we had no defenders on the bench this weekend. So thankfully Galloway made it through the game. It's I think mid-table. I think the home form is probably going to cause problems, and I think that I personally at the moment I'm putting that down a little bit to teams coming to us and going, we're going to be favourites at home, so they're sitting back on us. But also we've got a young squad, and I don't know how many of them are paid in front of 16,000 weekly. I can't imagine as many of them. So I think that might be affecting them. I don't know. And then you go to a Burton, and it's almost the expectation isn't there, so they have a bit of fun. I think maybe I don't know, but yeah, mid-table is probably where we are at the moment. I think, and that's probably fair. I think on us really.
Yeah, I mean, we had this tweet as well coming, Chris. I don't know what you think to this one. Stevie says, how can you charge non-members between 25 and 30 a ticket for 60 minutes of football in League One full time today was a complete acceptance of where we are going to be a League One club for a very long time. And the only people that really clapped were the damn board of directors. For you, having watched the football now, are you resigned to this being here for a number of years as a project?
I think so, Mark. Yeah, I think Tom's on the right lines. With 8 players, let's be honest, 8 first-team players out, potential first-team players out for Saturday. It's bound to hit a club like ours. I mean, we've only got, what is it, 17-odd players in the first instance signed on in the recent windows. So 8 taken away with what we already had in the club, it's a big miss. And obviously Bradley Abraham in the middle of the party was a massive miss. He's played absolutely brilliant for all season so far. But like we said, you take Toure out of the equation at the moment, and we're going to struggle.
Yeah.
I think, like Chris just said there, though, even if you've got a big squad, if you've got 8 injuries to starters, you're going to have problems no matter what. It doesn't make a difference if you've got a 23-man squad or if you've got a 40-man squad. 8 players out is still going to hurt you. You're still going to have to deal with your second best players, aren't you?
Yeah. There's been some high-profile sackings this week, Reece, of Steve Bruce at Blackpool, and we've learned today Matt Bloomfield's gone at Luton. Where are the fan base with Tom Cleverley? I know he's had the backing at the start, but in terms of the style of football and what he's trying to do, are you impressed?
I am personally. I think there's certainly, you get the moments of absolute brilliance. You get these, we go on counter attacks or we go on breaks, and we play some really nice football. And at some point, it's going to click. It's going to take longer because we're a young squad, and I think, like I say, January, if you can bring in a few players, next summer you can bring in more players. You just slowly start building that squad. We seem to forget. I think we've forgotten that the League One winners was the same squad for probably 3 years before they went and did what they did. There was additions in there. There was players bought in. There was a core squad there. And we've got a brand new squad. We've got a brand new core of players, and we just need to now nurture them. And I really do think that there is improvement coming there with them. And I think you just add players in there. And also, Tom Cleverley doesn't seem to be insistent on one way of playing. We've already seen probably 3 or 4 different formations where he's trying things. I don't think I don't think he's had the chance to see his best team yet because they're all constantly. It gets settled and then someone gets injured, and you've got to rip the whole book up again and go like we are and all where we've gone two up front suddenly, and it's it's. But he's willing to change. He's willing to try things, and I like that about him as well.
Okay. Do join us on next week's episode because, of course, we'll be previewing the trip to Exeter, or not next week, sorry, 2 weeks' time after the international break. We'll be previewing our trip to Exeter. Have you got your ticket there, Chris? Ready for that one?
All in hand. Within 5 minutes, I'm going on sale.
Lucky you. I don't have enough points for it.
Right,
not for me.
Right. Well, if anyone's selling it one, let us know in the comments. Send me.
I'm not sure I like that city, so I'll stay in Plymouth.
Okay. We'll look forward to that. We may have an Exeter fan coming on to talk about it as well, so be nice. We'll see. September Player of the Month, please, Chris.
Oh, without 100%. Laurent Tolai, or as I like to prefer to him, Erling Tolai.
Yeah,
it's quite easy, this one, isn't it, Reece?
I think you got Bradley Abraham, you could probably throw in there. You got Alex Mitchell, but without a shadow of doubt, it's got to be Tolai really for me.
Yeah, shouts. That was easy. Let us know who else they might have missed in the comments. We're also quickly chatting about refereeing standards. I know each week you're on here talking about how bad refereeing is, but we're not trying to bash referees before anyone says, look, pundits like you, there won't be any left. But Chris, is it getting worse? And are there any good ones in League One?
Not that I've seen so far. Honestly, I thought the Championship wasn't great, but this Division 1 is horrendous. You can always tell a good referee when he turns up, and you don't notice him. Unfortunately, we're noticing every flipping time that we're getting a referee. I mean, he booked 7 players, 2 of ours and 5 of theirs on Saturday. And it appeared to be all about him. And there was no consistency there. It was shocking decisions, absolutely terrible. I mean, the refereeing standard, you'd like to think, is it that bad that you've got to put in a report to get these people sort of looked at and checked whether they're capable and what they're doing? Because honestly, it is so poor. It's schoolboy stuff. It really is poor.
What's the solution, Reece?
I don't know. It's got to the point. There's got to be a serious conversation for the whole pyramid for the standard refereeing. You see it at the Premier League. You see it week in, week out. VAR not working, and it's not working because of the technology. The technology is fine, but the people making decisions are shocking. And then you see the same non-league, just bizarre decisions given. There's no one coming up through the levels to improve the ones at the top or to push the ones at the top to sort it. You know, there's all this money going into grassroots football from the FA. There's all this money going into all sorts of levels at the moment, and brand new AstroTurfs going up left, right, and centre for kids football to play on. And I appreciate you need the people to actually officiate, and you want them to, and it's only going to spiral out of control. But the FA have got to do something. They've got to step in at this point because it's going to get to the point where the national team is going to get affected by it. Because you've got, like Saturday, I think we must have played about 50 minutes. Once the referee had stopped prancing about and stopping the game for absolutely nothing, and he just lost control. Absolutely lost control. And it's week in, week out. It just ruins games. It's just boring. It's just making games awful to watch. Saturday, all right, we weren't good, but you could have said first half probably was hampered by the referee because every 30 seconds it was almost like he'd swallowed his whistle. It was shocking. You fall over and that was it. It was a foul, and then he was booking players because they dared question him. And we've got to get to the point where you got to start looking at other sports, rugby. That there's a respect for the referee, but there's a respect even if he gets his decision wrong. You know, because but the referees respect the players at the same time. There's this thing of the referees are above the players. Well, start actually refereeing like you're above the players, or you're the same level of the players. Talk to them like humans, and maybe you won't get so much aggro. You know, it's across the board, isn't it? You see it at all levels, don't you? And it's just
Sadly, yes, you're right. Yeah, well put. Yeah, I was looking for comments here. All I can see in Argyle chatter was just how bad he was, and the Wigan fans were saying the same. You know, it's bad when both sets of fans are having a go at the referee.
I think being fair, the penalty wasn't a penalty, but we've had them given against us. We had, I think, probably 3 now given against us that were very similar to that penalty. They're not penalties. They're just not. It's just that both players have got their hands on each other, and one of them goes down. And it's whoever can fall over first gets a penalty or gets a free kick.
Yeah.
And it's just they're just guessing. They're just guessing. It's just.
Cool. Before we do our A to Z and finish off this episode, do drop us a subscribe. We're trying to grow this channel and grow a nice little community. Thank you very much for those of you who have already done so. If you haven't, press the subscribe button. That'd be absolutely amazing. Right, let's finish this off then. We are looking at, Chris, the A to Z of Plymouth Argyle. Players, past, history, current. Oh, not just players, also looking at famous results, managers. This is what AI threw up. I don't know what you think to this, Chris, in terms of, a blast from the past. Yeah, Al Jafrey. Can we do any better?
Well, Asley was a decent player for us. The one that obviously springs to mind for me isn't so much a player, isn't so much anything apart from our name. Our name is superb. There are United's, plenty of cities, towns. It's only one Argyle. And Plymouth Argyle, nobody's going to copy that. And I love it, the fact that we are unique. That'll do for me. A for Argyle.
Okay. It's too obvious, wasn't it? But okay, fair enough. Reece?
You got Kari Anderson, who Icelandic centre-back midfielder who scored an absolute stunner. Was it against MK Dons, I think, where he scored from the halfway line?
He did do it.
Yeah, I think it was a game of 3 absolute stunners. I think we scored in the first 30 seconds, scored an absolute stunner, and scored a third one, I think it was. Curry Anderson, obviously Finn Azaz in more recent history, who was an absolute stunning player, and we should have probably bought him. But like Chris said, I think Argyle is unique. No one else can come up with that one, can they? Any other podcast? So
Okay. All right. To have discussion with us, we're putting Argyle into the A to Z. Right. Next week is B. Oh, you're going to be 2 weeks to think of the best player, manager, chairman, fan associated with the surname B. All right. Get thinking on that one. You're not having any, not getting out of it next week.
wait till you get to P. We'll just go Pilgrims.
Yeah. Brilliant. Right. Thanks, Reece. Thanks, Chris. No Mansfield trip for you this week. So, have a good rest, and we'll see you on the other side, looking ahead, of course, or looking back on that Wimbledon game. Enjoy that. We'll see you in 2 weeks' time. Thanks for watching.